Okay, hello everyone. So I'm so glad some of you guys were able to get on, and I know some others were not able to get on tonight. So I hope you're listening to this recording, and tonight we're really going to announce a few things. Sammy and I are excited. First off, I just want to share First Summit's coming. And if you guys didn't already look into if you can go to Summit, I highly recommend just looking into it. Can you make it there? If so, try to make it a reality, because it's really going to change your business. Sorry, just moving something. And second, we are starting a Coach Basics training, which is totally going to be new. It's going to be a Live Your Life by Design boot camp. Totally new. No one's ever seen this content before, and we're so excited. So we just want to announce that we're going to start it officially July 6th. And so saying that we're going to start a sneak peek week, a 3-day sneak peek week starting this coming Monday, June 22nd through June 24th. So 3 days. Sammy and I will have the whole group all ready to go for our teams. And all you guys have to do is really invite. And, the people on Sammy's team and my team, whoever invites the most people, the most coach prospects, will get a gift from us. Just as, a way to go for you guys just to invite more people to this opportunity, because let's be real, if we aren't inviting, how are we going to get this word out there, right? So the sneak peek week, we are literally going to do all the work. All you guys need to do is invite your people and, make the group happen, make it so it's exciting and something new. We're going to ask some of you guys to share your stories in the group and just share how coaching's really changed your life. So again, July 6th is our upcoming Coach Basics. It's only 14 days. The name is yet to be determined because we're just really planning the group right now. But we would love for you guys to commit to, even inviting two coaches into the group. If you are a current coach and you want a refresher, or you just want to, rock your business, join this. You will not want to miss out, and you will not be disappointed. And then from here on, we're going to run a Coach Basics group every month, the first Monday of every month. So it's, a consistent schedule for you guys to follow. There's no guesswork, and it will happen. So all you guys, again, need to do is invite people. That's it. And tonight we're going to go on and talk more about inviting and, about social media, because that's really how we run our businesses. And it's something that we all make mistakes on. I'll be real. I'll open up and say that I was not the best poster in the beginning. I used to post only about Beachbody. I did not post about my life. I'm pretty sure they saw more pictures of me kissing my Shakeology bag than, me sharing my journey. So, with that, we're going to open it up tonight and just talk about branding ourselves, okay? Sammy, do you want me to get started, or do you want to start? What?
It's up to you. Do you want to start and talk Facebook? I can talk Instagram, or we can just talk.
Yeah, you can do Instagram first if you want.
Okay.
That'll work.
So thus far, I've primarily built my brand on Instagram. And, I was a new coach too, making a lot of mistakes. At first, I basically would just post my workouts and say, join me, do the 21-day fix, do Turbo Fire. And of course, people looking at my page are like, who is this girl? We don't want to do that with you. We don't know you. And that's when I kind of realized that I had to own my brand. And my brand is just me, who I am. So, for example, I love Disney. I love Broadway. I love clothes. I love my dogs. I'm a dog mom. I'm obsessed with my boyfriend. So I post a mixture of things. I just want to give people, when they see my Instagram, I want them to see some insight into my life. I want them to feel like they know who I am, and we can get to know each other more. And, when they comment, I comment back, things like that. And, that way, when I say, I'm doing this program, I really like it, let's do it together, I'll actually get a response, because people know that I'm a real human being. I'm not just some sort of sales robot. And also, I think in uniquely coming up with those things that I'm about other than Beachbody, I'm using, hashtags like, hashtag Disney, hashtag anything else other than health and fitness and weight loss. And that will connect me to a wider market, because if you think about hashtag weight loss, hashtag fitness, hashtag health, all of the other Beachbody coaches, all of the other MLM companies, that creepy rap thing that people do, they're all stalking those Instagrams. And it's not just, the coaches, it's the companies themselves. Everyone's trying to sell something. So you want to come off as you, someone that people want to join, because people are going to want to join for you, not for what you're selling. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So what we do is, we're Beachbody coaches, but that's not going to attract people to us. Who we are and what makes us unique is, and you need to connect with people on that level. And if you're doing it on Instagram, you only have like a little snippet, but 3 to 5 times a day, you have to be consistent, because if you're not, people are going to look at you and then they're not going to come back because, okay, great, she posted about fitness and her dog one time. She didn't post again for, 2 weeks. They're not going to care. Different people are going to be looking at your page at different times of the day. It's not going to be in the news feed all day long. So just, vary your posts, be a human being, be who you are. Fitness should be a part of your life, obviously. But make sure that you're posting about other things that you can relate to people on. And those are the conversations that you want to start with people. I don't lead with health and fitness and weight loss anymore. I actually, like, most of my challengers this month will be because of Disney. And that's great because I can talk about it, all day long. So that's really what you should do. Pitch to your niche, which just means figure out who you are. I like to think 3 to 5 things beyond Beachbody and make sure that you're posting about that too.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Awesome. No, I love that. Totally something that I know I did not know in the beginning as well. Let me just spotlight. And I know going off of that, I tell my coaches, pick 5 to 10 things that you are interested in and use that on Facebook. So Facebook's kind of my jam. I tried Instagram. I'm still on it, but of course, it's growing a little slower than my Facebook, which is totally fine. We all have our, special niches, even on social media. I know I have a coach, Connie, who's all about Tumblr, and she actually gets people from there as well. So just find something that you like and stick with it. You can branch out into different forms of social media. I know Sammy and I are both on Instagram, Facebook. We have blogs, but guess what? We all have this one form of social media that works for us and that we dive into and spend more time in. So for me, it's Facebook. And I find that Facebook is so beneficial because there is a way to contact people directly on there. I don't need to wait for their email or direct message them and hope that they're going to see it. Instead, I can, go to their pictures, like their pictures, comment on their pictures, send them a private message. And I really prefer that form of social media. So for me, I go into Facebook groups and I am just simply myself. Like tonight, I'm about to post in a PCOS group because I have a question on a PCOS medication for side effects. Another thing that I do is I also go into, other kinds of Facebook groups and just connect with people. Like I'm in a online students group for my school. So I simply have friends from there and they're just literally my friends. I tell people on my team when we have one-on-ones, go look for more friends. That's all you're going to do. Don't go out there prospecting for people because that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to seem hungry. You don't want to seem desperate. You want to just seem like you want friends because that's really what you want. And I will say, if you feel like in this business you aren't doing well or maybe you're failing, how can you fail if you just add more friends to your circle? How could you fail if you just have a system of support? You know what I mean? If all else fails, like you have all these friends around the country, like how great is that? That's my question for you guys. So don't think of it as what if this doesn't work, but think of this as, what would I do without all these friends, all these people I can talk to? So now, like when I'm on Facebook today, I had a question about a spray tan. Like I was simply myself. It's not like, hey guys, I'm drinking my Shakeology and I want a spray tan. No, I just asked about a spray tan. And I had, 25 plus people message me, comment about it. It's because I have all these friends and all these different eyes viewing my things constantly. So what I would say is be you in your Facebook groups. Find groups. You can go to the search bar on Facebook, just like you're looking up someone. And find groups. Sammy talked about a Disney group. My mom's in a cruising group, and so she posted one day like, hey guys, who's working on their fitness for their upcoming cruise? I know I am. It's a Beachbody cruise, but my mom didn't have to go in leading with that, right? So she was simply just herself. We love cruising, so that's just another thing that is part of us. So lead with who you are, because guess what? Outside of everything, Beachbody is just a part of our life. It's not our whole life. So I want you guys to remember that. So right now, write a list of, 3 to 5 or 5 to 10 things you're interested in, whether it's scrapbooking, knitting, schoolwork. I don't know. I'm a student. Obviously, health and fitness are on there. I will say that for me, health and fitness is definitely one of them, of course. And eating gluten-free, because that's just part of my life. And, you know, autoimmune, that's another thing. I go into all these different kinds of groups, whatever they are. They can relate to health and fitness, but they don't have to do with Beachbody. That's the thing. I want you guys to remember that. And then I just simply connect with people. And then once you're consistently adding people to your network, you're going to have all these new eyes on your posts. You're going to have people liking and commenting on your things that you were like, oh, wait, how did I meet her again? Which is why tracking is so important. But you want to add more people to your network. So, you know, you're having all those eyes on you. You have people watching you. And guess what? That's going to give you more accountability. I will say, if all else, again, you have the most accountability as a coach. It's hard for you to share about the opportunity and share on social media if you aren't doing your workouts and drinking your Shakeology or doing your 21-day fix program, because that's literally part of our job. And days I don't want to work out, I literally tell myself, you know, fitness is our business and all we get to do is better ourselves. So if that's all you're doing and you're sharing about that and you're sharing, like, you know, a selfie when you're out running out the door in your, you know, cute outfit with a water bottle because you want to get more water in that day, like, that's fine. You're sharing your life. I remember when I first started and I was opening up more on social media, I was afraid to like start posting. Actually, I was posting about when we were in Disney. My mom and I went to Disney for a celiac conference. I'm like, no one's going to want to, like, no one wants to see my Disney posts. And then I thought to myself, because anytime I posted these Disney posts, I was losing 20 or so followers on Instagram. And I said, you know what? Who cares? I didn't even need those people following me anyways if they didn't have something in common with me. Honestly, those people are people that are probably a part of another MLM that were following me. So don't be afraid to be you and be real. I know Sammy and I both have business backgrounds, so we love talking about branding. And so just think, like, at a grocery store, when you see something and you see, you know, these certain colors or something, you know, I don't know, I'm thinking about like Whole Foods. They have a specific logo. They have specific, you know, colors on their bag. They're like tan and green. I mean, I know that. And so you want someone to think of you as a brand. Like, if someone sees a picture of you, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's Sarah's, that's Sammy's, because you have your own style. You want to think, what's going to set yourself out from those other 300,000 coaches? Why would someone pick you over infomercials, over, you know, ordering online on their own and getting assigned a coach, or those other 300,000 coaches? What sets you apart? And that's what I really want you guys to think about. So think of those, you know, 5 to 10 things that you're interested in, and that's what's going to set you apart. And I will never forget, I was watching, I forget what, maybe it was a video of Lindsay Matway. And she was saying that one of her coaches was diagnosed with cancer. And she said, you know what, like, who's going to want me as their coach? And Lindsay was like, you know what, who wouldn't want you as your coach? Because she was afraid to even open up about, you know, her struggle with cancer. But that's part of her journey. And I know she owns it now. So I just want you guys to be real, no matter your struggle. I know the past few months, Sammy and I both were struggling with autoimmune, and we shared about it. We could have easily hid it under the carpet. Like, you guys have no idea. We could have hid it under the carpet and no one would know. That's the thing, except for our families. But we chose to share and open up, and that's what's going to allow us to connect with so many more people. Just think, if you post something on social media, whether Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, I don't know, whatever, and it inspires, or one person is smiles from your post, then it's worth it. So that's all I have to say about that. I don't know if Sammy wants to add. Want to add anything?
Sure. The first thing I want to say is, in terms of Facebook, I find weight loss groups, like anything that's, if you look for weight loss and then go to groups, it's kind of a waste of your time, because again, every coach, every company is stalking them. And that's why it's really, really great to niche out, because, you know, all those other groups, people aren't stalking them. And they're like, you know, they're not going to be turned off by you the second that you pop on there. Sorry, I was writing notes while you were talking. So, and also just in terms of, you know, Instagram, because you were mentioning, you know, you're not going to post your Shakeology and then a question about a spray tan. You know, when someone goes to your Instagram page, they're just going to look at you really quickly and then decide if they want to follow you or not. So your first, you know, 5, 10 pictures should really be, you know, show who you are. And I've noticed that all of mine were before and afters, and, you know, the 21-day fix, stuff like that. And no one would get a sense of who I really am just from looking at that. And that's now I realize that I need to be posting about the stuff that I want to be posting about. And it's just like Sarah said, you know, fitness is our business, and yeah, you know, Beachbody is a part of our lives, but it cannot be your whole life, because people are going to want to be a part of your life. They're not just going to want to come in to be a part of Beachbody and you're some random person. You know, they need to connect with you on another level that has nothing to do with Beachbody, because you guys need to have things to talk about. And those are the people that you want on your team and you want in your challenge groups, because they're going to be your best friends and you're going to want to talk to them all night long. I mean, Sarah and I, we have great conversations. We have so much in common, but you know, had we had nothing in common, it would be tortured. You know, I wouldn't attract those kinds of people. And that also being said, you know, don't just find someone in a group and, you know, they add you as a friend and then message them right away and say, oh my gosh, join my challenge group. Because you don't know them well enough yet. They don't know you well enough yet. They don't trust you yet. And you're rushing the relationship. And I actually was talking to Sarah about this week. I am so guilty of rushing relationships. Because I have a huge Instagram following, and I should have really high Success Club scores and all of that, and I don't. And I realized it was because I was leading too much with product. I was leading too much with my challenge groups, and I wasn't really connecting on a personal level. And maybe the people that you contact today aren't going to become your challengers today. And you have to accept that it's okay. And it truly is the compound effect. Adding 5 to 10 people to that contact list every single day, having their eyes on your posts and on you. Maybe the people today will, you know, contact you in 3 months, 6 months, a year. People contact me from back in December, you know, just now. You just have to be consistent in everything, and inviting and posting and just being your brand. They need to see that you're going to show up every day, because that's going to build trust too.
Awesome. So one thing I just want to go over. Oh, I thought I just stopped recording. Ooh. That was a close call. But one thing I just want to talk about is that's so true. I know I've had so many people that have actually joined me a year after we first started talking. And that was with me following up every month with no response. But guess what? I didn't just follow up just saying, hey, join my challenge group. I would invite them to 5-day groups. I would invite them, you know, just to like literally just talk. I was like, hey, girl, do you want to catch up? Hey, I always look at people's social media. Usually I'm always on Facebook. So I always look at their Facebook feed and see, you know, what were they up to? If I see that they were just on a trip with their family, or they have a trip coming up, I will ask them, you know, hey girl, like, where are you going? Just make it more personal. The more personal you are, the better. Like Sammy said, I've had coaches that I didn't have as much in common with, because they were some of my first coaches. And I find that they don't stick around as much because we have nothing else in common. How great would it be if I just messaged someone about Beachbody, right? It's not fun. Instead, I have mostly now all coaches that we have something else in common. I have people that I love Sons of Anarchy, so we all talk about that. I have another girl that we just talk about like everything. She's like one of my best friends now, and we bond over emojis. But you just want to find people that are just like you. That's the thing. You know, you can pick when you are inviting to the business or coaching, you can pick your own challengers, basically. You know, you can pick your own coworkers. You choose who's on your team and who joins you. So I want you guys to think of that. You know, who would you want to join you? If you are, you know, upset like all the time and you are not happy, or you know, you are so miserable on social media, that's who you're going to attract. You're going to attract people that you need to hold their hand. If you want to attract people that are just like you, that are happy, that are positive, then you need to be posting like that. If you want to attract your next rock star, then you better be acting like a rock star, right? It's, you know, the law of attraction. So I want you guys to think of that as well. I know for me, I remember I was down in the dumps back in, what was it, like December. I was going through so many health issues all of last year, especially the second half. And I remember I could have easily gave up. I could have easily started posting negatively, but instead I turned it around. I remember one day I got the worst news at a doctor's appointment that I could ever get, I felt like, and I made a video of it. I was bawling my eyes out. Like I wasn't showered yet, and I made a video of it. To this day, it's my most watched YouTube video. because people could relate to me being real. So yes, you can post on social media, even if you're having a bad day, but make sure you have an upswing with it. Make sure you're still positive and have that like ray of light at the end of the tunnel, because no one's going to want to hear you complaining 24/7, because that's who you're going to attract, right? So I want you guys to remember that. You attract what you're putting out. So put out more positive energy, and that's where you're going to get in. So that's really all I have to say. Anything else, Sammy?
The only thing I will say is if you do get to a point in a relationship where you do bring up a challenge group or something like that, and the person just says no, or you get to a point where they say no, don't take them off your list. Don't take them out of your life. That's the worst thing you could do. Okay, they say no, and then you never contact them again, and you don't want to be their friend anymore. That makes you look like a salesperson. My coach, Maggie, who unfortunately couldn't make the call tonight, signed up yesterday. She messaged me months and months ago, and, we just kept in touch, that kind of thing. If you just abandon someone because they give you a no, A, they're probably not going to come back to you, and, B, you're missing out. So just, I honestly go for no. I know it's a book, but I know I cannot tell you the amount of no's I get, but it's really just about, it is what Sarah said, just, building relationships and friendships. And how great is that? Even if you don't, at the end of the day succeed, you have all these new friends, and that's so great.
Awesome. No, I love that. And lastly, I will say, we will be sharing a lot more of this stuff in our Coach Basics coming up. So we would love for you guys to join us, whether you're a seasoned coach or just someone just starting off. And we would love for you guys to sign up. It's totally optional, but try to sign up 2 new people. Remember, you plus 2. Think of you, and just have 2 more people join you. And then you will help those 2 people have 2 people join them. And it's a compound effect. So if we just focus on that, that's really going to help our team grow, and in turn we'll be able to change more lives. So with that, I'm going to stop recording.